Awesome. Welcome online. So we have, I think, just about 15 more seconds and we'll get started. So make your way down to your mat if you're not already there. We're going to start this evening just making sure that we don't have any socks or shoes on our feet. If you're comfortable doing that. If not, cover them up. It's okay. No big deal. It keeps us from slipping around on our mat. And I'm Tracy. I'm so glad you're joining me to practice. This evening, yoga is a practice I love. And we're going to begin in child's pose. There are always multiple ways to do any yoga pose. So child's pose traditionally is done on the knees so that the hips fall back onto the heels of the feet. If this is uncomfortable for you, just hold on a minute and I'll show you how to get there on your back. Because every yoga pose can be done on our back. But we're going to start in child's pose this evening. Just beginning to relax into the moment. You can bring the arms long on the mat. Or if your shoulders are uncomfortable like that, you can bring them down by the side. If that's uncomfortable, please just roll over onto your back and you can take a peek at me, gently coming to the back, and you can take supine child's pose. Just coming to rest. We're going to be here for a few minutes as we commence the practice. So please, always remember in yoga, it's about listening to your body and what's comfortable for you. So as we begin this evening, tuning into our breath. Just feeling off the lips and beginning to take an inhale in through the nose and out through the nose. Feeling the chest rise with the inhale. Pause on the exhale. And if you can get the forehead down to the mouth, or perhaps even just the crown of the head, allowing the shoulders to fall. Just let go of anything you might have brought with you to your practice this evening. Just falling into place here. Maybe even widening the knees on the mat, allowing the chest to fall a little heavier down to the earth. Taking in the breath. Beginning to allow gravity to really just take hold of your body. And not changing the rhythm of your breath, but paying some attention as it enters the body through the nose, fills the chest, the abdomen, and then leaves the body. Let everything melt away down to the knees. Coming into the present moment. Then when you're ready, slide your hands gently down underneath your shoulder and just shifting your weight to one side or the other so that your hips just fall down so you can come to an easy seat. You are on your back, gently roll yourself up so that you're in a nice easy seat on your mat. And that can look different for everyone. Crisscross applesauce, that's not comfortable. We call them deer legs. You can just kind of shift one way or the other. For some people, it's legs straight out in front of you, whatever feels nice for you. And we'll start by sending the crown of our head tall to the ceiling, tall to the sky. So inhale, deep breath in through the nose and send the crown of your head high. And on the exhale, deepen your seat down into your mat and check to see that your head is over your heart and that your heart is sitting over your hips. Let your hands fall gently to the side and almost tickling the earth. It's pretty rare I get a reaction from the earth, but on occasion, I can feel maybe a little laugh. And on the inhale, grow tall once again, maybe even a small smile on your face. And again, on the exhale, deepening down into the earth. And if you feel comfortable doing so, begin to close off the eyes. Really coming into the breath, growing tall. Beautiful thing about yoga is that we always leave the practice at least 1 millimeter taller than we entered. We'll begin some movement with our breath. On the next inhale, we'll bring both arms up and overhead, tall to the sky, the palms of the hands coming together at the top. Meeting Anjali Mudra, the palms of the hands up high. And if your eyes are still closed, you might take just a minute up at the sky. And on the exhale, float the hands back down to earth. And again, on your inhale, gathering up all this beautiful energy in the room. Palms come together. This is our upward salute, Ardha Hastasana. Holding here at the top for a round of breath. And on the exhale, your exhale, float your arms back down to the ground. Yogis, one more time. Inhale those arms up high to the sky. Whatever your legs are doing does not matter. It is about the straight spine. Inhaling, growing tall, and on the exhale, floating with care. Those arms gently down, building those little tiny muscles in the shoulders. And then tickle that earth one more time. And we get a little laughter. And one more time, meeting up at the top with a pause. Inhale, all that energy comes to the top. And now on the exhale, a twist to the right, a final twist. Exhaling, we're going to take the arms open to the right. And placing the left hand on the right knee for an anchor. And twist and with that right hand. And take a peek over the right shoulder. See what's back there. Now relax into this stretch, this asana. So on an exhale, see if you can release the shoulders. Easily. Keeping the spine straight and bounce all on your inhale. One more round of breath. Inhale, grow tall.
on an exhale, if maybe you can deepen that stretch, maybe to 2%. On an inhale, bring your arms back up high, Ardha Hastasana, our upward salute. And on an exhale, release that air, coming down to twist on the other side. This beautiful spinal twist gets all of this spinal fluid just moving around in the body. So good for us. Inhale, grow tall, yogis. And exhale, ground and just deepen that stretch. Take a peek over the shoulder. One round of breath. Exhale, deepen the stretch. Just so 1%. Exhale. On your inhale, come up tall to your Ardha Hastasana, your upward salute. On the exhale, just lower with care, slowly, paying attention. Just take a moment here and notice. Notice how the body feels. Whatever position you're in. Now on an inhale, we'll take the right arm and cross it over the body for a right arm stretch. You can bring the left arm in front for an anchor. So give a little push here. And then if you want to, you can bend at the elbow and take your sweet little fingers and reach that trap muscle, that large trap muscle in the back. And we haven't been doing a lot of hugging these days. So maybe give yourself a little half of a hug back there. Maybe even a little self-massage. If at any point anything is uncomfortable, just return to a neutral position. Just take some loving breaths. Sitting up nice and tall. Just breathe some life into the stretch. Just tickle for whom you love. Even taking that love to the shoulder, down to the arm. Little squeeze, bicep. Now maybe even to the forearm. Big cleansing breath. All the way to the wrist. Even the fingers. Loving on each finger. I know here in the, I'm going to call it the studio, but the support group, there's a sweet doggy that's coming in, Jack, I think is his name, and he's going to get this kind of love. So we can give it to ourselves too. And then when you're finished loving self-care, I have a friend that says, if we're not practicing self-care, we're practicing self-harm. I'm just coming to rest in that ease. And then take a notice. Don't judge it. Just notice if you feel a difference between the left side and the right side. And then when you're ready, bring the left arm across the body. That left And again, if you have any shoulder issues, as far as you're comfortable, and then bending at the elbow. Tickling some love on that large trap muscle in the back. Gentle massage. Getting underneath some clothing. And if you're online and you don't have any clothing on, I'm glad your screen is muted out. Self-care wherever we are, no judgment. Just accepting, you know, that unconditional love that we get from animals, from chat, taking it down the shoulder. That beautiful bicep muscle that does so much work. Forearm. So much gratitude. Wrist. Thumb. Big, deep inhale, sending breath. And then when you're ready, just place both of the palms of your hands on your knees. You can get there. And some seated cat-cows. So on an inhale, we're going to push the belly button out and then take our chin out and take a big gaze up. Push the heart gaze out. Really look up to the sky. And then pushing all the air out, we're going to round the spine and take the chin down and gaze down. Push all the air out of the body. Really a nice curve, a C motion in the spine. Inhale. Really, this is called the cow. Inhale. Take all that air. Moving around with your own breath. And if you want to get organic with the movement, just rolling around a barrel. Some nice stretching all around. Never feel go in one direction, go in the other. We've gotten this, your spine is super warmed up, all of that stagnant fluid just by showing up. You have created some amazing space in that spine. So we're going to switch gears for a second. So find some stillness. I'm going to face you for a second because I love this. My favorite. It's more of a mind activity. And we're going to take the right hand and make the okie dokie symbol. And with the other hand, just the peace sign. All is well in the world, okay? And when I say switch, you're just simply going to say, okay, and peace with the other hand. And then switch again. Peace, okie dokie. And we'll just continue to do that until you feel comfortable. You can maybe close your eyes. See if you can do it with your eyes closed, okay? Switch. 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 I'm laughing at me. Switch. And if you think you got it, just continue. I won't continue Stay switch. You switch on your own. And if you can close off your eyes, you're better. If your eyes are closed and you think you got it, open your eyes and see if your brain is really doing what you think. And then when you're ready, just find that stillness again by resting your hands. This is a great activity to do even when no one is looking. So if you're ever bored in a meeting or talking on the phone, you have headphones in, it's a great way to work. Okay, we're going to make our way down to our belly. So however you're comfortable doing that, just very gently find your way down to your knees. The crocodile. Crocodile takes our feet and points our toes out if you can do that. If not, wherever your feet flop is fine. But the toes point out and the forearms come to rest, one on top of the other. It does not matter which. One forearm on top of the other forearm. And the forehead then rests right on top of the forearm. This creates a beautiful heart space. Then allow the shoulders to fall away from the knees. And allow the mind to focus on the breath. And relax. There is some strengthening to the toes. What happens in the shoulder muscles. So it's not back. And in the lower back. Also in the ankles. Yoga is very subtle like that. Just noticing the feeling is beautiful in myself. Inhale to prepare, and on the exhale, we'll point the toes and we'll send the arms straight out in front of us. Just let them rest on the ground. Put the head is up, and we're going to lift the right arm and the left leg. And use the core strength. Be careful not to let the hips pop up. Really toughen the belly button to the spine. There's an energy lock that you can create there. It's called Surya Bandha. And hold right there. Few rounds of breath. Lower whenever necessary. But if you can hold with me for 3, 2, 1. Lower back down and take your right cheek all the way to the mat. Take an inhale to prepare. And exhale, lift the left arm and the right leg and look straight ahead. Bring that energy lock down. Surya Bandha. You might even feel the muscles in the back really begin to strengthen here. And hold with me if you can. Feeling a little froggy. Lift it up a little higher. Don't forget that the breath is life. So breathe some life into the stretch for 3, 2, 1. Lower back down with care and take your left cheek to the mat. Excellent. Take an inhale to prepare. And on the exhale, send everything up, both arms and both legs for a full lotus. This is a beautiful flower and requires tremendous core strength. So please lower whenever you are ready. But call on your core strength. Feel this in your lower back. If you have lower back issues, please lower down. Hold it for 3, 2, 1.5. Stay with me. Take a big inhale and lower down slowly with your breath. You did it. Awesome. We are headed into mountain pose. That is standing straight up on your mat. If you're feeling spicy and you do not have any shoulder or knee problems, follow me. If you would like to go straight to a standing position, please head in that direction in any way you choose. If you want to stay with me because you're feeling spicy, tuck your toes under, bring the palms of your hands under your shoulders, and push your sweet hips up to downward dog. Bring the toes in just a bit so that your hips are the highest thing. Straight up. Your shoulders should be right between your ears. And pedal your feet out just a little bit. This is a beautiful inversion pose. It sends the blood in the crazy direction. It's super awesome for the heart. It begins to pump everything in a different, opposite way. And when you're ready, just gently walk the feet to meet the hands. And we'll hang for just a second in a forward fold. A slight bend in the knee in a forward fold continues this beautiful inversion pose. And inhale to halfway lift, which is a neutral spine. This prevents anyone from passing out, from going from a downward position straight to standing. So exhale, we'll come back down to a forward fold. And on an inhale breath, gently, slowly, one vertebra at a time, we'll roll up into that standing pose to meet all of our other yogis into what we call Tadasana, our mountain pose. And in mountain pose, we're going to root all 10 toes, the heels of our feet down into the earth and send all 10 fingers down to the ground for energy connection. A big deep breath in. And on the exhale, really send the energy down into the earth, make a connection. And notice anything you're feeling in the body. Inhale, we're going to sweep the arms high, Ardha Hastasana, our upward salute. And on the exhale, we're going to forward fold, swan dive if you like. A slight bend in the knee. You may not come all the way down, but get as far as you can. And inhale, come to that halfway lift again. That's a neutral back. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, gather all the energy in the room. We're warming everything up. Bring your hands all the way to the top for your upward salute. And then in this beautiful salute, keep those hands together and tuck them into your heartbeat ever so slowly. And then return them to your mountain pose, Tadasana. This next energy exercise will ground us for our balance portion of our practice. So we're gonna on 3 different rounds of breath. Watch me. So 1 round, we're gonna inhale on our own breath. Everyone breathes at a different pace. Inhale, I'm gonna inhale and I'm gonna scoop all the energy up from the earth. I'm gonna hold at the top. I'm not gonna hold the breath. I'm just gonna hold enough so that I know I'm done breathing in. And on my exhale, I'm gonna push my air out and my energy down. And then I'm gonna repeat. And I'm gonna try, if comfortable, to do it with my eyes. So bending at the knee helps me not fall over. And I'm trying to really ground here for the next balance pose. So yogis, whenever you're ready, balance yourself and gather up your energy on your in-breath. One more round. When you're ready, just gently blink your eyes open. And we're going to move into a tree pose, beginning with the left foot. So keep it planted if you can, because it should feel pretty grounded after that. And then lift. You might even have to peel the right foot off the ground. And then gently place it right next to your ankle. And if you wobble, please know gravity is the master. It wins every time. Just gently tapping it here and holding here if this is what's comfortable for you, and balance. And if you are feeling a little spicy, you might try and close the eyes. That'll always knock the tree down. If you're really feeling like maybe you want a challenge, you perhaps might come to the shin. Now, if your tree trunk is ridiculously strong, you might even find yourself at the thigh. Please don't ever rest at the knee, because it's a very important part of the body that can get knocked out of joint. So if you want to come to the thigh and balance there, finding a center point, we call it a dristi in yoga, and balancing there. But right here is feeling really good for me today. And then let your branches do whatever they want. Perhaps they meet at the top. Perhaps they make a crown because you are a princess. Perhaps they come into prayer. When you're ready, return both souls to the breath.
Feel that grounding energy that you've already created between you and the earth. And gently lift up the left leg and place it where you feel most comfortable. Feeling the core strength come from inside. Yogi, this is an inside job. It's a push and pull motion, pulling up and in through the body. And breathing through, even when we fall out, we come back and we give it another try. This is such an unconditional love yoga. And where do you want your branches to be? Perhaps you just want to chill. There's no breeze today. Or up and out. Or perhaps nice and gentle and grateful today. Or perhaps you're feeling groggy. Yogi's choice, always. And then returning to Mount Tadasana when you are ready. Now our strengthening pose. Bring the right foot to the top of your mat with the toes facing forward. The left foot steps back as far apart as you're comfortable. With the back foot at about 45 degrees, we're headed to our warrior one pose. So our arms are gonna come high to the sky. And if possible, to the ears. If this is uncomfortable for you, or if in any way you are feeling a little more humble, the arms can come here into a beautiful humble warrior. They can simply rest at the sides. I've also seen a beautiful warrior behind the back. Anywhere your hands are comfortable, the warrior can be stretched by coming into a deeper seat, by extending the legs out further and having a little deeper seat into the hips. Beautiful, yogis. You guys look amazing. Keeping that straight spine and open heart is the key to being a good warrior. And we'll breathe here for 3 rounds of breath. So, yogi, grow tall on your inhale. And deepen into your stretch on your exhale. And if at any point you want to come down, please. When you are ready, a gentle push off the back foot. Push towards the front, back to Tadasana. And we'll just switch feet, sending the right foot back, the left foot forward. Toes are pointed forward. Do check your alignment. Your back foot should be at about 45 degrees. Perfect. And then your hips are squared towards the front of the room, the front of the mat. Making sure the knee is never over the toes. You should be able to see your toes in the front. And when you are ready, raise those hands with air up high. Heart open with love. And a few rounds of your beautiful breath. Your loving breath. And why not be a warrior today? And a gentle push off of the back foot to return to the back. And you ladies are amazing. We'll gently make our way to our back and we'll end our practice with a waterfall and shavasana. So very gently, one vertebra at a time, if possible, come to your back. The soles of your feet on your mat with your knees to the sky. The hands and arms are resting down by your side. And very gently, on an exhale, push out this sort of natural curve that you find in your back. On an exhale, push it down to the mat. And you'll feel that energy lock that we've been working on today. And then release it so that it returns very naturally. You'll feel it pop off the mat. And then return so that it's back down on the exhale. And then continue one vertebra at a time to push the hips up off the mat, rolling up onto the shoulders. Excellent. And when you're ready, gently lower back down one vertebra at a time. And then if you have your block handy, don't grab it. And we'll do, so this is a bridge pose. So we'll do bridge pose one more time. So what are we doing with the block? We're gonna slip it underneath there. So we're gonna raise up into bridge with intention. So rolling out the small of the back again, pushing down, creating that Uddiyana Bandha, and then lifting up onto the shoulders, and then hold there for a breath or two, a round of breath. And when you're ready, if you can slip that block underneath you for supported bridge, coming to rest on the block. If this is not comfortable, remove the block and then just bring the hips back down here. If you're comfortable with the block, our final pose, our final asana for our practice today is waterfall. Bend both legs. You can bend both at the same time or one at a time up to the sky. If you feel wobbly on the block, please remove it. You can have a very generous bend in the knees. They can be 100% straight up to the sky. There's no right or wrong. You can do whatever you would like with your toes. There makes no difference. But this yoga is the secret sauce to the least amount of effort and the most benefit of any yoga pose. It is an inversion pose. It creates the opposite flow of blood and has so much benefit. So many benefits. Sometimes it's referred to as legs up the wall, waterfall. I have the block underneath for more elevation, but it can be done without a block. It can be done in your bed at any point in time. Whenever you're ready, you can gently lower the legs back down to the ground. Please
support your hips, lift them up, and remove the block. And now send your legs long. And we'll come to my favorite part, the most important part of any yoga practice, Shavasana. So gently allow the palms of your hands to either be up or down, depending on your mood. It is intuitive always. Shavasana is Sanskrit for corpse pose. So allow the feet to flop in whatever direction that you feel comfortable. And gently close off your eyes. And just take in this practice that you showed up for this evening. The hard work is over. And now you absorb all of the benefits. The best way to care for the future is to care for the present. And you are doing good. Taking in our last few intentional breaths together. Allow the air to come in through your nose and go all the way to the very tips of your toes. Relaxing your entire body. Not a care for the next 60 seconds of no mind, of just air. %100% free. Nothing but love for self. Just as you are. Your next breath sent all the way to the very tips of your fingers. No mind. Nothing but love. On your next exhale, empty out all of the stale breath in your body, clearing way for our last inhale together, and fill your body full of 100% positive thoughts, life-giving energy, and prepare yourself for the next thing that is to come. Beauty, love, and light. And then begin to wiggle your toes and fingers. Bring your consciousness into the room and into your body. And gently roll yourself over to your right side. Bringing yourself up whenever you are ready. Gently, gently, gently. Hands just long on the mat, tickling the earth. Maybe it will laugh for us one more time. One last big inhale. Arms come up high, palms together at the top. And then gently bringing them down, tucking our thumbs into our heart. So much gratitude. Practicing. Please know that the light in me bows
2. Thank you, yogis. I so enjoyed that. Yay! Give yourselves a round of applause for showing up for yourselves today. Good job. Way to go. Bravo.
One of our patients says, that is feeling good. I am doing this in my chair. Awesome. A lot of patients start in the chair. That's great.